Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And as you can see, we've already started here. And he shoots! That has been knocked clear. Fabio Cannavaro, Jim. Some people credit him with making defending fashionable again.
I didn't know it had gone out of fashion, Peter, but yeah, his exploits certainly led to the guys at the back getting a bit more credit.
Yeah, and I'm sure for you that's a very welcome development.
And long overdue.
That's been slipped through. He's shifting through the gears. Real chance! It's run. Oh, what has happened here? And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. That's a throw. Roberto Carlos. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. They're battling for the right to play in the early stages. Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And the counter is on. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And he has been fouled there. Raul in acres of space out wide.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Roberto Carlos is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Distributed tidily, and it's Gnabry. McTominay, very much a man of this moment. Oh, that's nice. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Neymar. He is just caressing the ball. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. He is through here. Oh, nice touch. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Rodri did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, I think that move petered out due to a lack of urgency. There was no cutting edge.
McTominay, spread out to the left. Roberto Carlos could try cutting inside here. Roberto Carlos. And it's Bellingham. Swung over. Roberto Carlos did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. 15 minutes till half-time. McTominay. Now this could be a chance. Gnabry. Here comes the cross.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Cannavaro. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Roberto Carlos. Now Saliba. Played out to the right. Rodri. Neither side giving way, it has been tight. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Raul, who needs just a moment to score a goal. Trabzonspor looking to pass their way through. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Cannavaro. Rodri. Raul in with the challenge. Oh, that pass isn't the best. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Adriano unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
There will be 1 minute added time.
McTominay can so cleverly bypass the press. He's got away. Fires it in low. Roberto Carlos. Oh, he's been caught napping. Played it again. And the half-time whistle goes. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, despite the scoreline, Peter, there's only one team in it. They might not have made the most of their chances so far, but I see no signs of frustration creeping in. Maybe a bit of fine-tuning during the break, and they should get their reward in the second half.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Please welcome everyone, our lads.
And the action is back underway.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Neymar. Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. And it's Tchouaméni. Now it's Lukaku. McTominay. He's looking wide. Spread neatly. That is lovely. Great defending, strong and determined. That's really well cleared. It's gone for a throw-in. Rodri. That's a lovely, neat pass. He's picked his way through. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him. Van Basten really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner. And just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Now it's Gnabry.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
And this is Van Basten. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's crossed into the middle. Gnabry. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet.
That's a good ball out wide. He's in space and looking for options. He gets big! Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
De Bruyne. And here's Van Basten. Roberto Carlos. Now McTominay. Pops for safety. Brochet. Has a look and plays it forward. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
McTominay. Oh, good spread. Gnabry has it out wide and in space. And that was very necessary. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Roberto Carlos gets into some space. And this is Adriano. Hangs in a cross. He's got tall. Denied by an instinctive save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
McTominay. And it's Roberto Carlos. And he plays one through. Roberto Carlos. Great ball, and he's in here. Rodri with the clearance.
Substitution on the field.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Number 99.
Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Number 15.
And that's caused a worry or two.
Number 11. Ibrahimovic. Number 13. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge.
It's their second corner of the game. Roberto Carlos with the short one. Can he finish? He's got a goal! Finally, the deadlock is broken.
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Number 18.
So the first goal of the game.
What a great time to score, but
Tries a shot! That is decidedly lacking.
yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
One-nil as we head towards the end. Roberto Carlos, Gattuso, Chouameni. Look at the space, takes a shot! No mistake! And this is getting better and better. And that was as close to certain as can be.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Number 15,
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see the more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Vinicius Junior.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Shoots! And he nearly went all the way.
Vinicius Junior just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he rises to it.
There will be 4 extra minutes. And it's Otto. Oh, that was vital. Cannavaro. And it's Rodri. Played into space. And that will be it. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally magic. Simply, they had all the right answers. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. The action has already started. Hazard picks it up out wide. Great chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
Hazard actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Roberto Carlos.
Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he opens up another box of tricks entirely.
And that's the thrill about him, isn't it? Every time you come and watch him play, he seems to come up with more and more surprises.
Well, I mean, that's the key to the job, isn't it? Find a different way of doing the same thing, and that he basically excels at. He's fantastic. Once he comes inside, anything is possible.
And that should get the job done. That has not gone well. Takes a shot! And he's done it! And that's it. That was always inevitable.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
The goal scorer after 12 minutes is number 21.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Robertson plays the return pass. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. O'Shea. McTominay. Oh, there's a probing ball. That's a good ball out wide. And this is Gnabry. Chance! It's a loose ball. Fired deep towards the back post.
Well played and well cleared.
In again. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Over to the other side. And it's Gnabry. Chouameni. Now McTominay. Now it's Neymar. Played into space out wide. And this is Neymar. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival.
Wow, look who's involved.
And that little bit of skill has got him away. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Knocks it out wide, and across it goes. Xavi Alonso. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
And he's chosen to go back. Roberto Carlos. Played in, but it's a mighty effort! And he thumps it clear. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, denies the others time and space. Hazard! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Really well taken goal. They have come roaring back.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Hazard. Looking for options for movement. Oh, played through for the wide man. The referee has given a corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. Can he get on the end of this?
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He's picked his way through. He rises! Same again, same outcome.
Jeff, Chiba really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Robertson. Well, that looks a decent ball. It's played through for him. Zola! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Zola deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Can he get it through? Roberto Carlos. And it's Gnabry. That's good play. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Adams. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So there was the first half.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. Oh, what a climb! It's gone in! He's put through his own net!
Oh, it's unfortunate. Took a touch off the defender, and that can happen. Surprise, surprise. What a crazy start to the second half. The star man finds his own net. Crazy.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Now it's Kimmich. Now here's the delivery. Gnabry. Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. Now it's Gnabry. McTominay. Spread it left. Neymar.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Gnabry touches it back. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Aimed beyond the defence.
This is the time you need that pace.
Oh, super find. Danger averted for now.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Well, he's the quarterback equivalent, so I'm not surprised that he's being closed down first.
Roberto Carlos gets into a good position. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Now that's well seen too. Maldini, a man never lacking in drive or determination. Gnabry. And it's McTominay. Maldini. Yaya Toure. He shifted it to the flank. Now, can they get him away? And he's forced to go back. Chooses to go cross-field. Now it's Gnabry. Nice control. Nice interception, well timed. Roberto Carlos. And a chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Carlos really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Roberto Carlos plays it short. He's looking wide. Hit into the middle. And now they can spring out of defence. And now the breakaway.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Out to the left it goes. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Lukaku. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. It's a pretty loose pass. That's a lovely, neat pass. And it's Roberto Carlos. That's a nicely shaped ball.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Gnabry. Threads one in. Gnabry. That's very neat. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Played out towards the right wing. Back into the middle. Nicely spread. Gnabry. And it's McTominay. Now it's Gnabry.
Jeff Chiba nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Not the most accurate pass. And that's put paid to a promising move. And this is Lukaku. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Takes aim and he's got goal. He scores! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. What a header. Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Number 10.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
The changes then in quick succession. So, time for a potential game changer.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm of their opponents.
And that's that. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally magic. Simply, they had all the right answers. Pullet voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively. but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter. And it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
And here's Neymar. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Scholes. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Guardiola, Peter, is
Circle! Gnabry. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Ronaldinho. Now it's Batistuta. The other side yet able to force a breakthrough here. He's had it nicked away.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
McTominay, very much a man of this moment. O'Shea. Plays the return pass. And it's Chouameni. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Batistuta showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Roberto Carlos. McTominay. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
This is Batistuta. Chouameni does well to get it back. Chouameni. He's had a shot!
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
McTominay. And it's Gnabry. Half an hour played now. And it's Gnabry. Chouameni.
Lukaku really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Ronaldinho. Big chance! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Ronaldinho is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Roberto Carlos. Now it's Neymar. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. Gnabry hurtling down that right flank. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Well, this is intriguing.
Nice bit of skill, and he's away. He's got away. Gnabry. Oh, what a climb! Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Chouameni. Gnabry. And it's McTominay. And it's Roberto Carlos. Can he get it through? Neymar. And the flag has stayed down. Oh, nice touch. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Van Basten. Scholes. And the whistle goes for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
I think they can be very happy with the flow of the game so far. They're moving the ball around very nicely. They're creating opportunities too. They must need to find a way to add that touch of quality in front of goal, that extra clinical edge.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. So neither side has yet broken through. And this is Van Basten. Oh, good spread. He is through here. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And it's Roberto Carlos. And he goes cross-field. Gnabry. Gnabry going face-to-face with his great rival. Chouameni cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Chouameni being hunted in packs.
Well, they've got to deny him time and space, and that's one way of ensuring it.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there.
Goes for a shot! It's in! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Gol marcado pelo jogador aos 18 minutos do segundo tempo pelo jogador camisa 6.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
That's a shade optimistic. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Ooh, can he get onto this? McTominay does really well to win the ball there. Roberto Carlos. Your impression so far, Jim?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
Maldini, the man synonymous with solidity. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Gnabry. Gnabry on a strong run down the right. Gnabry will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He rises! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Certain, searing, and imperious.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and read it perfectly.
Camisa 4.
So that's 2 now without reply.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be...
Chance, surely! Gnabry. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Ronaldinho. And the shot! Oh, it's hit the post! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
He's definitely playing with a lot more conviction. This team should look to him to produce the catalyst for a comeback.
O'Shea. Facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Turns back here, probably the best option. Now Gnabry. It's gone for a throw-in. Palmeiras are making a change now.
It's about time, I think, we saw some activity from the bench, but it's debatable as to what level of impact can be made from here. It's pretty late.
Camisa 20.
Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. It's Van Basten! And that's a real chance missed. Maldini. Gnabry. Smoothly does it. McTominay conjures time and space where few can. Odo. Tchouaméni gets a foot in here. And it's Roberto Carlos. Oh, that's beautifully weighted. Now it's Neymar. Oh, sweet feet. Decent progress down the left.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
And that's aimed into the middle. Oh, he's been caught napping. Ronaldinho. And the counter is on. And it's Messi. And that will be it. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally magic. Simply, they had all the right answers. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Can he finish? It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And he's in on goal. Kachu! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And it's been taken short. Crosses it in here. O'Shea with the clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now there's a fine ball. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. Guti plays it short. And now they can spring out of defence. Guti does really well to win the ball there. Batistu, oh, what a climb! He's delivered all right!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So, a breakthrough already. Bernardo Silva on a strong run down the right. Turns back here, probably the best option. And it's Gnabry. McTominay. And it's Tchouaméni. It's Hullet. Out towards the flank. Played in. And a chance! Oh, the ball's run. Oh, he's been caught napping. Played back in. Van Dijk can get it clear. And here's Lukaku. Played out towards the right wing. Drives it in. Defending of the desperate variety. Little pass back. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. He's got tall! No, not the best of headers.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Now it's Okazaki. This is Batistuta. Distributed tidily. Oh, facing up to his head. Chance, surely! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Gnabry. Tchouaméni. O'Shea. Neymar is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. It's a mighty effort! He has done it! They have come roaring back!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Shoots! He's got a goal! And the comeback is complete!
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Ha segnato al 29esimo minuto, numero 99.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
There's the delivery. And that is expertly dealt with. That's a sharp pass. Looking for a runner. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Roberto Carlos. Here's Tchouaméni. And it's O'Shea. They played cross-field, changing the point of attack. And it's Gnabry. And here's Neymar. Kukçu is the guilty part. Oh, he's taken it. And here's Neymar. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Van Dijk defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Okazaki picks it up out wide. There's the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And he's forced to go back. Yaya Toure is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Oh, can he get onto this? Engages and forces him off the ball. That's really well manoeuvred. McTominay. Gnabry. And here's Hullet. Cannavaro did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. It's a searching pass. Maldini. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. So there was the first half.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And the game has already resumed here. Oh, it's hit the post! Okazaki. Not the most convincing of passes. Here's Cannavaro. Kukçu. More and more pressure on the ball here. And it's Zanetti. It's Bernardo Silva. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Maldini, a picture of focus and alertness. Now it's Roberto Carlos. And this is Neymar. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And it's Gnabry. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Hullet ready to try one. And this the perfect opportunity to create a cushion between them. Hullet! And Iker Casillas somehow saves it.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
They've played it short. Now it's Tchouaméni. He's having a shot! And he hits the net. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Kukçu. Kukçu! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
That's the keeper's ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. Roberto Carlos. Tchouaméni under intense pressure.
Yeah, and the creator-in-chief is unsurprisingly being treated as a special case now.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. Tchouaméni opts for safety. And it's Maldini. And he's gone searching cross-field. Roberto Carlos looks to get on the end of this. So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Ah, good steal, he just read it. Over to the left. Chouameni, De Bruyne gets a foot in here. Guti. Now that looks a decent ball. Great ball if he can get there. Gnabry. And it's Hullet. That has been slung wide. This looks promising. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
That's a good ball out wide. Now it's Gnabry. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Flashes it across. O'Shea gets it away. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Lukaku. Roberto Carlos. He's found a way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And here's Hullet. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And here's Lukaku. Hullet receives it in a good position here. He's had it taken off him. He's shifted it to the flank. Gently done. Ford shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Now then, the ball's come loose. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Cannavaro. Kukçu. Now it's Bernardo Silva. And the keeper's got it again. And the keeper takes decisive action. And there goes the final whistle. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope he rises! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
Pressing high and with purpose. Well, now the opposition are going to have to find something pretty special to stop Lionel Messi today, aren't they, Jim?
Yeah, the man is an absolutely born winner. You just feel that with him on the pitch, anything is possible.
And what's more, he brings out the best in his teammates.
Yeah, I think he just gives them that confidence that they can overcome whatever the opposition throws at them, and he leads by example, of course, and will probably come up with something.
Roberto Carlos. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Now it's Chouameni. Now this could be a shooting chance! He's scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Ha segnato al 9° minuto, numero 7.
Italy are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Beckham. Out towards the flank. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. McTominay. Chouameni. McTominay. O'Shea. And it's McTominay. Chouameni. That's Maldini. Now it's Lukaku. McTominay. McTominay, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Played out towards the right wing. Passing is crisp and sharp. Italy upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Pull it. Over to the left. Searching pass he's played there. And this is Shevchenko. Chouameni opts for safety. And it's Chouameni. Gnabry is looking to influence the game from out wide. And he's in on goal. Terrific header. He's got away with one there.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, okay, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Roberto Carlos. Yaya Toure is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Oh, good spread. Gnabry. Now it's Lukaku. Nice bit of skill, and he's away.
Lukaku really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
O'Shea. Here's Roberto Carlos. McTominay. And he's forced to go back. Great vision. Gnabry picks it up out wide. Hoisted it. Diving header!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Yaya Toure can so cleverly bypass the press. And it's McTominay.
Jeff Chiba really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left...
It's a mighty effort! That's a decent clearance. Messi. Serginho. And it's Messi. For Messi. Now it's Hullet. Oh, well measured. Neymar. That's going to go a long way. And that's been won straight back. Chouameni. Hullet. Out to the right. Gnabry. Cross flung in towards the middle. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And we are back underway.
Jeff, Chiba definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
O'Shea. Yaya Toure. And it's O'Shea. McTominay. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
Serginho providing an outlet on that flank. Climbs up big! No, not the best of headers.
Italy certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
O'Shea. And it's Neymar. Spread neatly. Rijkaard. Still just a single goal between the sides. Messi. Beckham. Now, can they get him away? And Shevchenko. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Chouameni. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they've settled for a riskier approach now to defend us.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Now it's Gnabry. Sends it crossfield. And it's Roberto Carlos. He is just caressing the ball. Neymar. And it's McTominay. Chouameni, who's set up one goal so far.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, that is a nice touch. Shevchenko.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
McTominay. Chouameni to Maldini. Chouameni. And it's Yaya Toure. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Turns back here, probably the best option. McTominay. Now it's Lukaku.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And this is Neymar. He's shifting through the gears here.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Now it's Kaká. Neither of these two want to come off second best. It's a good-looking delivery. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Still just that single goal, and we are nearly done. And he's forced to go back. Maldini. Maldini, a picture of focus and alertness. Now it's Lukaku. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
I think we're just about done here. Serginho in acres of space out wide. Maldini attempts a clearance.
Italy really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Pull it. And that is that. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And as you can see, we've already started here. And here's Hullet. Little pass back. Ambitious ball here. And the ball is out of play. It's a pretty loose pass.
Well, you know, Peter, the brains of this particular team's operation is Pep Guardiola, someone who can dictate the tempo, and his appreciation of the game is a...
Oh, it's hit the post! De Bruyne. Zanetti. Aims beyond the defence. Threads one in. Zanetti crosses. Big header! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
McTominay. And here's Hullet. Now it's Lukaku. Battling for the right to play in the early stages. Marquinhos. De Bruyne. Howson. So it is still 0-0. And it's De Bruyne. And it's Zanetti. Tries to pass it through. Distributed tidily. Shoots! Corinthians were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to get people running at and even going beyond that defence, then you can start asking more questions.
Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. That'll be a throw. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Guardiola. And Zanetti. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Messi is herring after that one. Tchouaméni. McTominay, a player who needs no introduction. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Well, football is a simple game, complicated by footballers. Why doesn't he slip that to the right?
Roberto Carlos. Yaya Toure. And it's Messi. Half an hour played now. Roberto Carlos. And he's had it nicked away. Yamal. And that is as far as they're going to go. Messi. Messi stood his ground strongly. Now, can they get him away? Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Guardiola. Swung over. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Yamal, and he's managed to get free. Lukaku. He's had a shot! That has been knocked clear. Bullet. Zanetti spots it and intercepts. Messi. Tchouaméni. Out to the left it goes. Now the cross.
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
Now it's Neymar. Lovely bit of skill. And it's McTominay. Takes a shot! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now.
And the whistle goes for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I have to say, I think it's a good performance, but it's clear that they need a little more energy and more precision up top. They proved they can create chances. Now they need to start putting them away. That's the next step.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And we are already promptly back underway. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Oh, smashing header! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied.
Played out towards the right wing. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. McTominay. Lukaku. It's a good ball out wide. Now McTominay. O'Shea. And he's picked it up out wide. And it's Chouameni. Played back in. Still absolutely nothing to report here, goals-wise. Here's Chouameni. Oh, that's neat. And it's Chouameni. Guardiola. And it's Serginho. Now it's Yamal. Good play on the left-hand side here. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Pullet. McTominay. O'Shea. And this is Pullet. And got to be quick to recover this. Serginho. McTominay. Roberto Carlos. And it's McTominay. And it's Maldini. Now McTominay. Now it's Neymar. Zanetti defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Gets to show off his quick feet. Messi. Now it's Pullet. Gets a good foot in there. Albert Ferrer. Guardiola. Corinthians finding their passes. Driving forward. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Chouameni. And the counter is on. Messi. And here's Lukaku. Over to the left. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Oh, that's nice. Great defending, strong and determined.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That looks a good ball through. Pinches it off him. Goes down, but nothing given. Now it's Lukaku. Now it's Neymar. He's picked his way through. Played out to the left flank. Serginho's cross. And a chance! Good movement there, but not the best of finishes.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
It's a good run down the left-hand side. Now it's Pullet. And here's Lukaku. The final 5 minutes. Gives it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
And it's Pullet. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Neymar. Oh, good take and a good... And Pullet! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we're done. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Listen, the more of this game...
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Corner then. Oh, smashing header! Oh, split-second reaction.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And play cross-field, changing the point of attack.
You know, for me, Peter, there's a deep-lying playmaker out there who's as good as it comes. Pep Guardiola. As composed as he is clever, he always acts as the key pivot in forming attack after attack.
Yeah, he's a bit of a manager on the pitch.
Well, astute is the word.
Guardiola. Messi. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Oh, he's found support out wide. So we're still where we started right now. Cruyff plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. That's been cut out, well played. Gnabry. Looking to play him in. And it's Davids. And that's a good ball. Burak Yilmaz. And he's onside. Safe to say, he's capable of better than that. Maldini. Chouameni. Gnabry is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Knocks it out wide. And it's Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos goes on a charge down the left. And here's Hullet. Cleared away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. No, not quite on the same wavelength. That's really well manoeuvred. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Messi. Chouameni. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Here's Chouameni. Over to the left. Now it's Roberto Carlos. And it's McTominay. Chouameni played out to the right. And here's Gnabry. Gnabry plays it in. Zanetti clears it away. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Chouameni. It's a good spell of possession, this. Distributed tidily. Now there's a fine ball. And here's Hullet. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Davids. And it's Guardiola. That's Rijkaard. Roberto Carlos. Tries to pass it through. Cruyff. Applies the finish! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
He gets big, and the ball's come loose here. Turns and goes back, has another go! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Zanetti actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And he gets rid in a hurry. Look at this, real chance! Oh, another save.
Another cracking save from the keeper, Peter. He's playing a blinder.
Cleared without hesitation. Messi. Big header! There it is!
That couldn't have been a more potent injection of belief for this team. Top man, top drawer.
It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I think the...
There's the whistle for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Everyone, please welcome our players.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Knocks it into space. Great vision. And this is Burak Yilmaz. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
And this is Hullet. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Guardiola. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Played out to the left flank. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Hullet. Chouameni. Ambitious ball here. Now this could be a chance. Good ball, good take. Hullet! So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And this is Lukaku. Gnabry. That's very neat. Gnabry with the delivery.
Well, we've seen much better choices than that. That always looked like the wrong one. Jeff Chiba really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Chouameni. And it's Roberto Carlos. O'Shea has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Rummenigge. That's good running with the ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Jeff Chiba really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
No, he's not getting past him there. And it's Messi. Just eases him off the ball. Chouameni. He is through here. Decent chance! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
Substitution on the field. Number 19.
So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while. Owen to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
That's really well manoeuvred. McTominay. Ernest. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. And he's managed to get free. No, that's been intercepted. And it's made its way to him. Davids proves too strong. Now it's Owen.
That's good play from him.
Oh, that's fabulous. Mbappe could try cutting inside here. Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And they've been given a corner.
Substitution on the field. Number 14.
A couple of changes then in quick succession.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy. Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
He's got away. And it's Messi. Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Messi, well seen, saw that coming.
Has been indicated.
Ah, good steal, he just read it. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Horace! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. And that's that. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, and time. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. We have already started here. Christian Abbiati in goal today. Just another example of a great Italian stopper. My goodness me, they've produced a few.
They have, and like some of the current crop, he's someone who's starred at the top level since his teens, Peter. Also proved himself to be a symbol of longevity and consistency.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. That was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And it's been taken short. Cross to the back post. And now a sudden chance to counter. Roberto Carlos. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks.
And Hullet!
Hullet really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Now it's Roberto Carlos, and it's McTominay. Chouameni. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with
Luis Suarez!
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
Looking to play him in. Serginho gets into a good position. Roberto Baggio. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Chouameni can get it clear. Neither side yet able to find the net. That's a nicely weighted pass. Luis Suarez! Now, who's going to be first to this? That's going to go a long way. Bastoni played out towards the right wing, played back in. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Neymar, and this is Neymar.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Roberto Carlos. Oh, that's neat. And this is Hullet. Roberto Baggio, the specialist in tearing teams apart.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Beckenbauer. Oh, that's a key interception. And now the breakaway. Good running, strong and purposeful. Roberto Carlos. McTominay. And here's Lukaku. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And it's Chouameni. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. And here's Hullet. Now it's Luis Suarez. And they can counter here. Oh, good-looking ball. Looking for options for movement. Flashes it across. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Neymar. And it's Roberto Carlos. That's a good run down the left. Neymar. And he's had it nicked away.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
And we've reached half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Some first-half thoughts?
I think they can be very happy with the flow of the game so far. They're moving the ball around very nicely. They're creating opportunities too. They must need to find a way to add that touch of quality in front of goal, that extra clinical edge.
So they head in no further forward. The score here... Oh, smashing! And the keeper couldn't hold it. It's in! Just to pick me up the whole game needs. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So we have the first goal.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
And he's cut it out. Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls. O'Shea. Yaya Toure. And that's really well manoeuvred. Nicely spread. Now it's Gnabry, and he's managed to get free. That's very neat. Gnabry. That is good strength. And it's Chouameni.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Oh, delightful ball. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. It's a really well-measured ball. Gnabry. Serginho. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Gnabry. Now it's McTominay. And here's Neymar. He's chosen to go back.
He had nobody else to help out there.
Chouameni. This might spell danger. And that was very necessary. He is just caressing the ball. And here's Hullet. That is lovely. Bastoni defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. That's good play. Shot could be on. Messi. So the team separated just by the one goal, which came early in the second period. 1-0 the score. And that is masterful defending.
Still alert as ever. That's so well played. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Oh, terrible pass. Oh, he's got... It's Lukaku! Oh, it's come off the upright. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Cambio di giocatori.
Roberto Carlos plays it short. Ibrahimovic! This time, surely! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And they've got rid. Odo. Maldini looking to provide the solidity his team so need. Yaya Toure. 1-0 as we head towards the end. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Milan are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. So, time for a potential game changer.
Well, it's going to make for a frantic end, Peter. Let's hope he's got enough time to make the impact he wants.
Roberto Carlos looks to get on the end of this. And here's Ibrahimovic. And it's Gattuso. Played back. Maldini. Very much into the last knockings. Here's Tchouaméni. And it's Gattuso. O'Shea is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Roberto Carlos. That is a superb rearguard action. Roberto Baggio. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. And here's Lukaku. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Pele. Pele. Looking for the run. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Nicely aimed pass.
I think it goes without saying, Peter, that Michel Platini will be standout here.
Yeah, a man, of course, who's been idolised by so many, but bettered by almost no man.
Yeah, maybe other players can do it on their day, Peter, but with this fella, he could do it repeatedly. He did it over and over again. It's because he had a wonderful understanding of the game and an incredible ability to read things before everyone else.
And he did it all with style and pizzazz, and that is the signature of the great man himself. Gives it back. And here's Hullet. And this is Lukaku. Nice control.
Lukaku really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner and just made...
And Batistuta! Oh, bang on target. That has been knocked clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. O'Shea. Neither side yet able to find the net. McTominay. Turns back here, probably the best option. Nicely spread. Gnabry. Gnabry hurtling down that right flank. And it's Maldini. Platini. Nicked it back promptly. He's chosen to go back.
Not a lot more he could do there.
And he thumps it clear. And he's gone searching crossfield. Roberto Carlos delivers. Deflected behind for a corner kick.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
They've played it short. Bullet! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And now they can spring out of defence. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. And it's Cruyff. Now it's Platini. Pele, bullish header! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Pele clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Platini plays it short. Zanetti crosses. And that's been well dealt with. And now a sudden chance to counter. Gnabry is looking to influence the game from out wide. Lukaku. Lukaku! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. Platini. Bale. And he's managed to get free. Bale puts them all in. Here comes another cross. Toure gets it away. Chouameni. It's Roberto Carlos. O'Shea. And they've switched it over to the other side. And it's McTominay. Roberto Carlos. And here's Neymar. And this is Lukaku. Platini. It's Cruyff. And it's Michel Platini. Pele tries to pass it through. Look at the space here. And the first half is done. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think they can be very happy with the flow of the game so far. They're moving the ball around very nicely. They're creating opportunities too. They must need to find a way to add that touch of quality in front of goal, that extra clinical edge.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Sends it crossfield. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He has found a way through. Good ball, good take. Pinches it off him. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Zanetti. Platini. He's shifting through the gears here. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Bale goes short, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And now they can spring out of defence. And he's got the beating of his man. Oh, this is a great position. Caceres did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Gnabry. And it's Gnabry. And here's Hullet. Now it's Neymar. Oh, sweet feet. It's Neymar! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Neymar actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Now it's Pele. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. You can run onto that. Batistuta! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And he's taking no chances there. And now a sudden chance to counter. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Gnabry. Gnabry looking to penetrate opposition lines. Cruyff. Out to the left it goes. Batistuta. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Pele. Pele going face-to-face with his great rival. Thinks one through. Brilliantly cut out. That's a lovely, neat pass. He's beaten the last man. And Batistuta! Denied by an instinctive save.
Batistuta really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Cambio di giocatori.
Great chance! And that's caused a worry or two. And he gets rid in a hurry. And it's Yaya Toure. Rummenigge wins the duel this time. Rummenigge charging forward, the ball at his feet. Messi. Chouameni. Over to the left. Now Hoeneß. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Yaya Toure is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. And that has been cleared.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Mateus receives it in a wide position. That's good play. Nice bit of trickery. And it's Chouameni.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Now there's and a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Roberto Carlos. Now that looks a decent ball. Caceres promptly onto that, and that added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And as you can see, we've already started here. And it's Neymar.
Okay, I'm probably going to be accused of fullback bias again, Peter, but Giuliano Belletti is someone I see as having a key role.
Your type of player?
Yeah, he's very competent defensively, first and foremost. He knows that's his job, so he's not the type that's going to be constantly rushing up and down the flank at 100 miles per hour, delivering crosses.
Neymar, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bernardo Silva could move up a gear here. Raul. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Mbappe gets into a good position. McTominay. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Bernardo Silva. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Gnabry. Now it's Lukaku. Neymar. Goes looking wide. Strong running down that left flank. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Lewandowski. Nakata. Now then, the ball's come loose. Nakata unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Neymar, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Roberto Carlos. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. That's a little off target. Tries a measured ball. Shoots! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Look, we've all been there. Nothing will make him feel much better at the moment.
Great defending, strong and determined. That looks a decent ball. Mbappe tries a shot, and it's come back out to him. Goal! Lazio! And Lazio score first. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
So we have big chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Neymar. Tchouaméni. McTominay. And this is Lukaku.
There they go, hunting again.
And it's Tchouaméni. Neymar is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. The passing is crisp and sharp. Now McTominay. And it's Tchouaméni. Played out towards the right wing.
Jeff, Chiba truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Now it's Mbappe. Stood up well to him there. Gnabry. Neymar. And it's McTominay. Spread it left. Now McTominay. Tchouaméni. Distributed tidily. Now it's Gnabry. And it's Tchouaméni. And here's Lukaku. And here's Hullet. Hullet touches it back. That has ended up in no man's land. And here's Hullet. Bernardo Silva. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Nakata tries to pass it through, plays it in low, and he's quick to get it clear again. And there is the half-time whistle. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Everyone, please welcome our players to the field.
Here we go again.
Jeff, Chiba can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were.
Shapes to shoot! And yes, it's there! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Oh, the deftness of touch, received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Lazio are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Little pass back, and it's Chouameni. McTominay. Shifted it to the flank. Passes short and sharp. Chouameni. And it's Chouameni. For O'Shea. McTominay. And it's Hullet. Pressure coming in from all directions. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Can he finish? They've got to be quick to recover this. That's a half-decent try. And it's made its way to him. Levin, and the shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Lewandowski really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Nakata with the short one. Cross needs to be good. And that has been cleared. Crossed in again. And it's hoisted clear. Oh, he's been caught on it here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Chouameni. Now McTominay. Roberto Carlos. O'Shea. And it's McTominay. Here's Chouameni. Oh, good read. Mbappe did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And now the breakaway. Aimed beyond the defence. It's Lewandowski! Oh, how good is he? He's got himself an absolute peach. Up by 3. And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both,